Next, we're going to put together the cart, which is going to basically be the primary means of transport this in the field once you get it to your site. This is the cart. This is the plate. We just call it the plate. This is the rear wheel. This is the front wheel. It's bigger.
The rear is smaller than the front.
But the rear is smaller than the front. Okay. There's a bag here that has all the fixings. So this includes 2 cotter pins. It includes 4 thumb screws. It includes a pick. Fork. What do you call it? Skewer. Skewer.
A skewer with a quick release.
With a quick release, yes. And those are all the loose items. These are the fork extenders. We have to make these because otherwise it makes it hard to fit in the box. Okay, and this is the main body of the cart. And last but not least is the other rear wheel. So different people like to do this different ways. My preference is to always put on the rear wheels first and go from there. You notice the rear wheels have an axle, and basically have this thing in this position over here. Slip the wheel in. And this is how you lock it into place. If you need to loosen it, you just loosen it over here.
Or tighten it. Adjustment is on the top.
Same thing on this side. Once you do that, then this won't come out anymore. Okay. Next, you do the fork extenders. Basically, these are what I'm watching Tom doing. You got a little bit tired. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so yeah, you see, they're handmade, so they go only one way in, meaning that only one way the holes are going to line up nicely.
Another thing to think about that is useful. Yeah.
This goes on the outside because the skewer comes on the outside.
Cotter pin. Cotter pin.
And then you lock it in.
Okay. Next, you thread the skewer. So, one spring on and one spring in your hand. And the spring goes on this side. You don't have to do this if you're transporting it around, but whenever you're taking it apart.
It won't fit in the box like this. You have to take it apart, take the skewer off.
Okay.
I think you need to unpack it because it's hitting the axle. Okay, that's fully extended now. And then gonna be careful with this part because that's where the laptop is. Carefully unfold it, and then it kind of clicks in place.
You'll get to do this.
Okay, lower it in place.
You might have to.
Yeah, I think. Okay, and then you can kind of try it, and now it's not. It's too loose, so you tighten the nut. You try it, and now it's too much. So you have to loosen it up, and now it's pretty good. You know, it's not coming on, and this can be fully closed.
Okay. So there's your almost assembled cart. Next, it's useful. You can put the plate on now, or you can put the control box on. It makes more sense to put the control box because it gives you leeway. So the switch and this connector here face the back. So the easiest thing to do here is to put this underneath where it's supposed to go, lift up this end, and then hook these yellow straps underneath the feet on that side first. And lift up this end, and hook these yellow straps underneath these feet on this side. And once you do that, you can kind of clear the other straps. So, and then the blue strap goes on the blue strap. Same thing on this side. They click together. And there's a green strap here. clicks over the back.
Remember, you'll have to put a battery.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm not going to do that because we have to put the battery in, but that's basically where that goes. And then the black strap is over the top. Again, we're not going to do that because we have to put the battery in. Like so. So we might as well just go ahead and put the battery in now. When you want to move this cover in place, you usually have to give this guy a little push. Let me pick this up. See the thread thing here? Go like that, all the way down. Lock it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to sometimes jiggle it just a little bit, but no, that's it, that's it. See, it's locked now.
So now we'll try it. Okay, and here we go.
Good job, Stan. You handled it properly. You close it down. Hold on. Yeah, exactly. If you hold it like that, it's even easier. Kind of connector on the inside of your palm.
Go ahead.
What do we do now? We make sure that the switch is in the off position.
It's
You're not going to electrocute yourself. Good.
Click.
click.
Very good. And now this cover goes on. We probably have to lift this up a little bit.
Can you hold it for him?
Oops, I broke it. It's gonna be billed by the Desert Research Institute. Okay, so this should be a one-person job, but
Oh, that's
two for right now.
No, it's fine. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It should be. It should be. It has a little bit of cushion. I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's a little.
There's
I
a
was
gasket in between.
I was expecting more of a snap, you know.
Kind of, yeah, there isn't.
Okay. So now, this is how we close the lid. So now the lid won't come off once we do this. It's on there tight. And then see these green straps. I'll do this one. You can do one on the other side.
Kind of go over the corners.
Yeah, it goes over the corner. And then that keeps it from jostling around. If you go over the back. Like that. And that keeps it nice and tight. Okay. So next we have to connect the cable from the laptop. Okay, before we do that, this is the laptop cover. It clips in the back. You unclip it.
Very nice and simple.
When you take it off, you have now all of a sudden the laptop. And
So when you're using the computer, of course, the cover is off. But when you're putting in the truck, transporting it around, you should always put the cover on so that you don't get the screen scratched. Because it's a touch screen, and if you screw it up, then it gets screwed up.
so the cover goes on so that the straps go through this part over here. This is how it latches around the back. So the straps go towards the top. Okay, so this is the same kind of a connector. Who's going to attempt to put it on?
Okay.
There's the fat knob. And you're going to find the fat knob on this side. Push it in first.
Excellent. I think that's it.
Click. Good, but it just didn't click. That's all.
There we go. There's
Okay, and then once you do that, then if you're going to be in a place where it's bumpy, I usually like to secure this yellow strap as well.
Just like that.
Just like that. And then now, you almost have a complete field card. This is the plate. Like that number 2 goes on the top. This is how you install this. The screw goes underneath this bracket here. And then you drop it. And then you should be able to see these bolts that stick out. And they come out through that way. And this is the time where we get to use these thumb screws. I usually like to do it with the knobby side up top. It's just easier on the fingers.
That just looks weird on my video. I gotta tell ya.
Okay, so I'm going to take this bag that has the knobby stuff in it, and I'm actually going to put it back in this box and get probably where it's
Back into the big box.
Okay, so one more thing is you want to attach the keyboard. For me, I like to use the touch screen. Most people like to use the keyboard because it's hard to use a touch screen keyboard. This goes into a USB port that is right inside here. So what I should have done before we attached these yellow things is done that. And
Indicate at the same time to them now the location of the power switch.
yeah. Okay, so come around this side if you can. Alright, you shouldn't have to fool around with these at all. So these are already plugged in. 2 serial ports and 2 Ethernet ports. This USB keyboard obviously goes in one of the USB ports back here. So it's a little bit deep, but you can do it. Just like that. The second USB port is what you're going to use to milk the data. So you're going to put your little thumb drive there and grab the data from there. There's the power switch. I don't know if you can see it. The way you're going to turn this on is you're going to stick your pinky or whatever your longest finger is, and then just push on that one. And you don't have to, it doesn't click, you just push on it, and then that basically powers it up.
There's a little LED on top of the screen.
This LED will come on at the top of the screen to show it. So we'll do that when
that it's
the time
powering up.
comes. Okay, I'm going to leave this yellow things off because we probably have to access that. Now, the computer's basically set up. Here's our Pi Swirl. We need to attach the control cable. Here, Liz, why don't you give it a practice? I'll hold your phone for you. One goes on the Pi Swirl. Push it in a little bit.
You're very close.
There we go.
That's right. That's it. It's it now.
And that side goes.
Right.
I don't think you have the fat tab at the top.
Ah, good point.
There we go.
Great. Okay, you're almost there. So the last thing is now you're going to go off to your field site and make your measurements. The way you're going to put this on the cart is you pick it up with one hand. With the other hand, you put it over here. You sort of tilt it back a little bit. Get this V underneath this bolt. That drops into place. This latch comes up. Now you're secure for driving around town.
Okay.